I have an idea. We're talking about not showing up for work, right? Let's start with the unpaid government workers. They not getting paid no way. I don't work if I don't get paid. Let's just think about that. Airport's gonna shut down. Ain't no TSA people. There ain't nobody in the air traffic control box. That's just one piece of it. They need to stop going to work. And guess what? They can say they're gonna replace them, like we'll hire more people. Who the f gonna take a job when they know they ain't getting no check and don't know when they gonna get it?
Look how fast things change. Listen, I did a video a week ago and I tried to forewarn people. Listen, I know you guys trust these guys. I know you think your favorite politician is family. I know you think these corporations will back you up. They'll pat you on the back and say, you know what, we're gonna give you a raise. You know what, during these hard times, we're gonna bunker down for you. I know you guys thought that they were gonna have your back.
Are you crazy?
One of the comments that I got on that video is, Orlando, I know what you're saying, but we're gonna get back pay. This is nothing but a paid vacation. And I said, oh, God, first time. I know it's law, but we're in a different era. We really are. And the way things are going, the way that this economy is going, I don't know which one is gonna happen first. Either they're gonna say, we're not gonna pay you, or it's gonna be a long shutdown. And we all know what happens in long shutdowns.
No resting! Move faster!
Then the news came out that the White House said, we're not gonna pay anyone any back pay for people who are furloughed.
Come on, man.
And this is what you get. The clip in the beginning, yeah, said, hey, listen, if you ain't gonna pay us, we ain't showing up to work. And man, we're here. How many layoffs do you think will happen? How many people won't get back pay? How many? What's gonna happen? We're gonna go over it, guys. We're gonna break it down. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you exactly if this thing continues on, what will happen. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also too, you know what I'm about to say. I got a free newsletter. How can you be free? You can't be free. Also, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial or investment properties, I'm your guy, been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description, guys. Let's jump straight into it. The government came out today and said, yeah, we know what we've always done. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not paying people anymore.
I immediately said, I love it.
And I know what you're saying. Orlando, come on, man. Where are you getting this fake news from? Well, let's just take a look at it. It says here, White House floats no back pay for some furloughed workers despite 2019 law. Now, some of you might say, where's this coming from, Orlando? Well, it's coming directly from the horse's mouth. I mean, let's go ahead and just take a look at this short clip.
Why do you say some federal workers should not get their back pay? Why do you say some?
Well, you're going to have to figure that out, okay? Ask the Democrats that question.
You see that? Again, listen, I know what people are gonna say. Orlando, this is politics and all that. He's just playing a game. I mean, would you want to play a game with your job? Who cares what side you're affiliated with? But my question to you is, why do you believe any of them? But let me guess. Listen, I can hear you guys in the back. I hear some people saying, Orlando, listen, what that clip you used maybe was out of context. Well, let's go down the line. Let's just go.
It is true that in previous shutdowns, many or most of them have been paid for the time that they were furloughed. But there is new legal analysis. I don't know the details. I just saw a headline this morning. I'm not read in on it, and I haven't spoken to the White House about it. But there are some legal analysts who are saying that that may not be appropriate or necessary in terms of the law requiring that back pay be provided. So I'm sure that'll be there will be a lot of discussion about that.
Yeah.
But there are legal analysts who think that that is not something that government should do. If that is true.
You telling me that the politicians you trust are telling you there's a legal way to not pay you?
Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
This is the reason why we have these conversations where I say, make sure you take care of you and yours first. This is the reason why I tell you guys to have an emergency savings account. This is the reason why I told you to focus on yourselves. And people said, Orlando, listen, man, I got to go out here and my job, they're never going to let me go. And I said, listen, the way that this economy is going, it's going to be a rough year.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
But it gets worse than that. People are getting angry. They're getting angry. They're saying, this isn't fair. We thought you had our backs. What are you talking about? You're not going to pay us now. What did I say in my last couple of videos? Things seem okay if you only have a government shutdown 3-4 days. But what happens when you start going into the next paycheck and no one gets paid? And the next paycheck and no one gets paid? Well, let's hear from some federal workers.
Oh, I don't know why federal employees are complaining. They're going to get their back pay. They just shut up and just go to work. You're going to get your back pay. Years. It took years to get all of the money we were owed from the last shutdown. Let me explain. So 6 years ago, during the 2018-2019 government shutdown that lasted 35 days, my husband is an air traffic controller. He was required to go into work, and he went into work. Every day he was scheduled. He went in for overtime. They canceled vacations. He did everything he was supposed to do. He finally got paid. So the thing is, they make it sound like, well, the government's back open, here's your money. No, it comes on your next scheduled paycheck, which was not the day the government reopened. It was still, like, I think over a week, maybe 10 days before we actually got that first paycheck back. And this time around, instead of doing a one lump sum payment like they had done in the past, where you get taxed at like 40% or something ridiculous because it's literally like, I think it was like 3 or 4 paychecks that they had, given them, they decided to spread it out into each paycheck, just little bits at a time. So it didn't bump everybody up into the next tax bracket, which was fine. Great. But that took 4 months before we finally had, okay, they've now paid out. We had to track every hour and make sure, he got paid.
It's so funny how everyone forgets. During that long shutdown that was 35 days, there was this same panic. But since we haven't had a government shutdown in years and years, in 10 plus years, most people forgot.
People don't forget.
They said to themselves, oh no, this is the way it's always been done.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
They threaten you guys with a shutdown, and then they really don't shut down. So everybody gets paid, nothing stops. But this year felt different, didn't it? It felt different. The political climate is different. Economic climate is different. Inflation, everything is high. Everything feels different this time.
Help me! Help me!
So what has been my message the entire time? Prepare. Now, I know a lot of you guys say, Orlando, listen, I get what you're saying. You're saying prepare. But what is the point of preparing? So that you don't end up like this. So you don't end up with no job, with your job telling you, we might fire you.
What?
And yeah, the back pay we normally promise you, I know, you were waiting on that to pay on your bills. We're not going to pay you that. If you would have had an emergency savings account. I know, Orlando, with the emergency savings account. I get it. You're asking us to save.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
I'm not saying for everyone, it's going to totally eliminate all of your issues. I'm not saying that because that's not the point of saving. The point of having the emergency savings account is so that you can get through emergencies.
That's right, I said it!
So when you have no income coming in, and your bills are due, what are you going to do? What are most people going to do? I can tell you what they're going to do. They're going to go to a credit card.
That's crazy.
That includes groceries. That includes gas. That includes your rent, your mortgage, anything underneath the sun of living, you're going to pay on the credit card. 26% interest.
Wow.
And here's the thing. I'm not trying to tell you to prepare to give your money to me or to anyone else. I'm telling you to prepare for yourself. The money stays with you. All you have to do is put it aside.
Furloughed workers like Dr. Ashaki Robinson shared their stories and struggles at today's council meeting. She tells me missing out on back pay.
It would be absolutely devastating. It would put me at risk of losing my home. It would put me at risk of a lot of different things because most people don't have tens of thousands of dollars waiting just in case the government shuts down. I mean, most of us are a couple of paychecks away from true devastation.
A sentiment echoed by another furloughed worker who did not want to share their identity due to fears of retribution.
I would be in the bankruptcy line along with some of these other individuals here. If that was the case, a lot of us would have to file bankruptcy. Seriously, because we wouldn't be able to pay our mortgages when we do go back, if we do go back.
Look, I wasn't BSing you. I'm telling you. 1, 2, 3. You dare get to 4 paychecks? I think that's worse than bankruptcy.
This is not funny.
You heard the lady. She said no one has tens of thousands of dollars just sitting, just in case the government shut down. And I would say that is true. But where you're messing that up is you're not saving for if a government shutdown happens. You're saving for yourself.
Fact.
You're saving that if anything happens, that you're okay. I'm not going to sit up here and say that you losing your income is equivalent to a car repair. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is that pool of money that you use to remedy those issues, it comes from the same account. So at the beginning of the video, I told you guys, I'm going to share to you what I believe is going to happen, what's going to continue to happen on this, and it's already started to happen. You're going to see individuals start calling off of work. You're going to start seeing people say, is it worth it anymore? You know what? I'm going to try to go through these loopholes, which is calling off sick.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
Many federal workers are going to say, you know, we just need to shut this down. I'm not going in if I don't even know if I'm going to get paid. Why am I working if I don't know if I'm going to be paid? And the reason I'm giving you is because this happened in the last shutdown that we had. The 35-day shutdown, people just started calling off of work. People decided, you know what? I'm done. And next thing you know, TSA agents, air traffic control, we're already low staffed. A lot of these places are already saying that they're low staffed based on what they're saying. So if you're already low staffed and then people are already calling off, what does that mean for your safety? You're going to get on a plane when there's no air traffic controllers? But listen, I know. Orlando, come on. Are air traffic controllers really deciding not to show up for work? Is TSA really going to do something like that? That's going to hurt all of us. I still got to catch planes, and I don't want to be unsafe.
Tonight, just a week into this government shutdown, the disruption to air travel is growing. The FAA now warning of staff shortages at least 8 major air traffic control facilities, threatening cancellations and delays across the country. From Las Vegas to Chicago, Dallas and Houston to Boston, Newark, Atlanta, and Nashville, air traffic controllers are working without pay and now calling out sick.
It's closed. Everything in the tower is closed.
Last night, the airport in Burbank, California, was forced to close its tower for nearly 6 hours because it had no staff. Controllers in San Diego were able to take over air traffic control, but flights were delayed for hours.
Is it because of the shutdown that you guys are going? It's for staffing.
Air traffic controllers are considered essential workers, and they don't get back pay until a shutdown is over. They're already facing extreme staffing shortages and problems with outdated equipment. Tonight, the union telling us the situation is not a coordinated sick-out. It's urging members to report for work, but says these air traffic controllers have bills to pay too.
We work evening shifts. We work midnight shifts. We have single parents. And when you're not even able to afford the childcare, those are going to be the very difficult decisions that are made.
Yeah, they're coordinating. Let's be real. I know these guys want to tell you they're not coordinating. There's no way that all of these guys would get together and say, hey, we're not getting paid. We ain't showing up to work. Is that really surprising? I mean, when I go to a restaurant and the lady turns around the greeter turns around the iPod, they get mad at me just for that because I say, oh, no.
This is America. Don't got you slipping up.
You're telling me a person who gets paid a salary at a job isn't going to be mad that they're not getting paid for their job that they're currently working today? And then they hear news of them not possibly getting paid for the work that they do. You're telling me that they're not going to get together and go, we're not working. If you think that's the extent of it, wait till you get to the group chat. Wait till you get to the group chat, because I promise you, that group chat is wild. And I know what some of you guys are thinking. Well, Orlando, just they need to go out and get a part-time job. Get a part-time job while you're doing the layoffs. Why layoff? Well, the contract doesn't say that, guys. The contract says that you can't do anything. You just have to sit at home and wait for them to call you. You're basically on call 24/7. Any time of the day. 3 a.m., you better be ready. Midnight, you better be ready. Oh, you thought that you were gonna take a trip somewhere? You thought you were gonna go to Cancun. Sorry, not happening.
I own you.
Okay, day one of being furloughed, guys. So I just got an email saying that I've been placed on furlough status. However, during this period, I may be contacted at any time and instructed to perform specific expected work. So I'm not getting paid. I can be on call, basically, and I can't go on a cruise because I was like, oh, maybe I'll go on a little vacation or some. Negative. I have to be available at all times.
I want to avoid you using credit card debt to survive. I'm trying to avoid you going through a bankruptcy later. I'm trying to avoid you buying a house that you can't afford in a market that is overpriced, with the possibility of you losing your stable income, your stable job. Everything else is high. I'm trying to make sure that if you decide to make a $300,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 home purchase, and you want to buy a $150,000 Hellcat or whatever BMW, and you want to live that life, I'm just saying to you, you better have the money. If you are using the money, the income from your job to fund your lifestyle, buying that expensive home, buying that BMW, taking those vacations, woo! Eating crab legs and oxtail through DoorDash, which is despicable. If that's the life you want to live on a federal worker's income, bankruptcy was already going in your direction. I'm speaking to the individuals who want to avoid all of that. And the way that you avoid those things is having patience. Sitting on the sidelines with a purpose. Having an emergency savings account. 6 months. That's what you need to do. Get your credit together so that you can get a good interest rate when the time is right to buy. So, as you guys know, if you love content like this, please join the Patreon. We do exclusive videos over there. Also, too, we all know you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, I know. This one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.